What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Liberty here today, bringing you a new series on the channel, which we are calling VOD Review. And what this series is going to be is me watching videos of me playing in the competitive Call of Duty playlist, the CDL playlist, and just analyzing some of the decisions I make, some of the routes I take, and helping identify my mistakes and my good decisions to give you guys an insight into how I play Call of Duty in a much more competitive setting. So right off the rip, what you see there is I go for, especially when I'm spawning good side, I like to go for the mid pinch, like going through mid up this side ladder, which you'll see to my left here, to try to pinch these guys rug shot. Because what I've noticed so many times is that those rug shot people, if they can get a nade off at the guy who's C2, it becomes a huge problem for us getting initial time on good side, especially when we're already strung pretty thin because we're worrying about the flip. So that's usually the route I like to take off the rip. Other than that, pretty standard stuff. Now we're bad side, which is pretty unfortunate. We're going for the flip here. I think, all right, okay, right there you see one of my guys spawns back plat of construction. So I'm wrapping back now here to hill. Because what I noticed is now we have good spawns back, but I still want to get scrap time because I got 3 guys set up for nib. Or 2 guys now. But now those 2 guys are dead. So you just saw on the top right of the mini map. And now they're pushing through front. We're probably going to spawn out here. Oh wow, I still spawned in. Okay. I thought I was going to spawn out ammo. So I'm holding this barrel because if I spawned in, that means we still have spawns. But looking at my teammates, it looks like we're getting a split. See, this is a problem in general with Modern Warfare, is the squad spawns make things pretty complicated. Right here I'm trying to push out, get traded, that's good. Now I see, look, we're all pushed in towards hill. Even if it's 36, I don't want to get spawn trapped in this back hill, which is something that can happen a lot, especially on RAMMAZA. On this hill and on P3, if you have back spawns too late into the hill's time, it could be a bit of an issue. Ooh, that guy got turned on. Where did that guy come from, though? But yeah, all right, now I'm spawning P1. Now we're good. We're set. I can wrap here. I'm just trying to get the cutoff, right? So top plat, help my teammate get the cutoff through mid. Here, this guy gets good timing on me. But right there, what I'm trying to do is, since I'm spawning P1 and I see my teammates have rotated, I'm just trying to hold that mid cut. I'm trying to make sure that the other team can get through and potentially kill the one guy back and get that spawn. And here they're all pushing through ladders, which is a little bit strange. They're trying to, here, that's a good play. They're trying to get to that deep left what is that, P5? That's definitely a good decision on their part. Because what they're going to want to do here is, if they push out through the back P5, kill the dude in the back, they can, like, not exactly get spawns, but here we go. They can get me spawning back here. And if they're spawning me bottom P1, they can hold that side spawn and get time. They end up spawning in the back, though, which is not good for them. It actually works out perfectly. So we're losing scrap time, but we're initiating that spawn trap that I was talking about on P2, where now they're spawning in the back, and even though they're getting that 20 seconds, we can set up all over top mid, and it's going to be extremely difficult for them to get to construction to, like, C1 for the next hard point. See, like, look at my team's map position. I just get killed ladders. I got another guy bottom mid, got a guy top rug, and I spawn top rug. That might be, but look, we still have a guy in the top, or in the deep right by, like, P2, where he's, like, anchoring. He just got taken down. Okay. So they're going to wrap around the back, but that's not the most ideal situation. I think I get a good pinch here. I'm just thinking, make sure no one else can cross, keep them ammo side. Yeah, I'm just trying to hold the back spawns because even though we have this hill, I do want to keep this side. Because even though P5 is like better, it's closer to the farther spawn point, I'm thinking about P1 here. I don't care about P5 because even though if you have bad side P5, you still have that God Heady, like right up there that my teammate Ricky's on. That God Heady is extremely hard to get people off, and it's a lot easier to hold P5 from bad side. So I want to be spawning there, so that works. That way, the rotation of P1 is still a little tough. It's about a 50-50 because, you're kind of side spawning. They're probably spawning a little bit closer, actually. But we have spawns for P1, so we're still an advantage at this point. At least that's what's going through my mind at this particular moment. All right, now I spawn back. I'm not happy about this. Not going super well. I do want that other spawn for the reason I told you. P1 is extremely important, or P2 is extremely important. P2 is one of those hills you can hold for an extremely long time. And especially looking at like the lead right now, I get the scrap. And now I don't understand why they don't reach. Oh, because we spawned in the back. That was a smart play. We're looking at 20 seconds left. They got 2 on hill. They're probably all thinking rotation off spawn. I get the jump on them, get the scrap. That's a good play. And now we have a, what is that? It's an 80-point lead, 85-point lead. Sheesh. And I just immediately wrap back to flip spawns because my last guy spawned for P2. And that's just map awareness. I just know that that's a common spot. I've gotten killed by it so many times. And if you look at where they look like they're spawning now, P5. So I probably should have stayed sandbag there. I made a good decision, I guess. It works out, but I think I probably should stay sandbag. Just because if I stay sandbag, get killed, my guy probably still spawns in construction and can wrap back. I don't know. That's a tough one. Maybe I do make the right decision. Just because I still hold the spawn. And there, right, that's a pinch I go through a lot. Through this bottom mid, like, little pinch spot. Because I can get these guys rotating to P2. It's one of my favorite maneuvers, alongside with that top ladder P1 move off the rip. And see, now they're just all spawning back P5. I get a little fast over there and get taken down. But if you think about it, they should have been pushed out way more than this. I think my teammates just got slayed up from P2. And I'm trying to play slow. These are tough gunfights in P2, especially when they're 3 and it's a 3v2. But we still have back spawn so we can flood. My guy's having trouble mantle. But now, okay, now we spawn out bottom P1. And here we go again. I'm going for the same exact pinch. 25 seconds left. By the time I get there, it's like 18, 15. And considering the lead we have, I'm thinking I can just play the scrap. I don't even have to. My teammates play. But that's a situation where when you've built up a lead like that, you can play scrap time. And ooh, they still spawn back there. That's a little weird. But you can keep playing scrap time just because you know that holding scrap and giving them like the main control on rotation, giving up that 40-20, you still win the game considering like right now we're putting him in the 100-point club. And here I know from that spawn I was surprised about, when I run out of electronics and there are 2 of them, I know they got to be spawning like construction plat. So just the same play, trying to go top mid to get the cutoffs. Because it's not just about rotating, but it's also about pushing out, right? So our teammates rotated, but by me pushing out top mid, I can keep them spawning deep and delay their push. And staggering that push gives us like 15 to 20 seconds of just free time. And doing that, it helps a lot because now we get that 15 seconds. You imagine there's a 20-second fight. See, there I go, 30 and 18. You get 20 seconds of fighting, and even if we get broken, all they have left is scrap. So there's not a lot for them to work with. All right, and going into the next one, this time we spawn bad side. So I just flood straight in hill. Because the one thing that we see a lot in hardpoints, especially in, when you think about maps like Hackney or Petro, is that like you can give up a lot of time in P1, and I'm just like finessing construction here. Because I just want to push out as far as possible and I want to keep them spawning deep electronics. Because then if I push out right here, look, now that I push out by the construction plat, now they're spawning out. But if I leave anybody in construction, they can wreak havoc from inside and maybe we lose time. But my thought process there is if we get initial time, I can give up P2. And now we're on even footing going into P3 and I'm at advantage if I get enough time on P1. And say I get 40 P1, 50 P2, I'm at very slight disadvantage, but I have spawns for P3. And it allows me more time to get that one hill that I want to break it. But we end up pushing through just on some good slaying on my part and on my teammates' parts. And we get that flip. But one of my guys is that top mid? Yeah, he's top mid by ladders. So I know that they're probably pushed up deep ammo, and they get in hill. I think I get a few good kills. I know this guy's probably closet. Oh no, he didn't slip through. Now that my teammate comes, and that's something you gotta know, like if you're a good player, and it doesn't work out it ends up getting contested. But when your teammate's coming off spawn, flooding in hill, either you want to set up to get the kills of the guys coming in, or you want to think about pushing out, right? Because like I mentioned, if they have to kill 3 people before they can even touch the hill, you're a lot more likely to get clean, uncontested time. So just knowing that you can push out the second he's in hill and getting those timings down is extremely essential. So I'm doing some of the dirty work here, holding scrap. My teammates are trying to rotate. It looks like they're having a tough time. They're probably chilling top mid, but they're slaying out. Also, I was not shooting bodies right there. If you know from Crim, do not shoot bodies. Here I saw my teammate get killed, so I knew he's probably chilling ammo side because he's thinking the same thing. Let's push out. If I'm ammo, one's top mid. They're probably spawning like construction to P1 area. And this is what I was talking about last time. You get that guy spawn. Whoa, that guy spawned right in front of me. I've actually never seen that spawn before. But if you push out this side, P5, if you go deep, you can get that flip. But it is a dangerous flip because you can get stuck there. And then C3 or the C1 hard point can be pretty chalked at that point. So like even at 20 seconds out, that's why I'm trying to push out like tree door. Because otherwise we get stuck and we can't rotate. We get a few kills. I get 1, my teammates get 2, and now we're pushed up top rug. Now we're in a good spot because they're P5. Look at that. I know it. I get the 1 kill. I'm thinking there's probably a guy coming top mid. Probably guys rotating around ammo side. He's probably past me. He's probably, yep. I was about to say he's probably sandbag. So now they're probably like near electronics, maybe like the hop up half wall vines, somewhere around there. But we just got 10 seconds of clean, uncontested time, all because we pushed out rugs successfully. Now it's just identifying, like we had a good setup, pushed out. I was assisting in hill, but now we see the red dots everywhere. And that's another benefit of pushing out. Not just that you stagger their push, but now you know where they're coming from. Because when one of your teammates gets killed, now you get the red dot queue, you get the call out. So pushing out has a lot of benefits, and it's something that if you're trying to get to the next level, it's something you need to do. You need to know how to push out and how to push out properly, and not be an idiot that pushes out, ends up flipping spawns, ends up just getting blooded every time. You need to know the proper ways to do it and work within a team framework to get it done. Now on rotation, got 2 of my teammates rotated pretty well. They want to get good spawn side here. I'm usually, like I said before, I usually don't like it. I like holding bad spawns. See if you can get time here. I hit that same bottom mid pinch. The bottom mid doors are not something people expect very often because there are no spawn points. There are very few spawn points to where going that bottom mid route is like the fastest way to get places. The only one I can truly think of is like maybe like the end of P2 when you're spawning like construction plat on like electronics hill and you're trying to push to the back barbershop. But even then, you probably go through this mid alley I'm standing in right now instead. So it's tough. It's just not a very frequent spot, not a spot you expect a lot of action in because there's not a lot of hills around it, right? But at the same point, it's a great route. As I get a little lag. Ooh, my teammate getting assassinated. Unfortunate. It's a great route for maneuvering the map because it's an unexpected place. A lot of people, especially in the CDL playlist at sort of this level, and like a low tier AM level, don't really expect that kind of route, and you can get the jump on 1 or 2 people off of spawns. Like I got the jump on those people, getting the vine spawn. Now we're back to P1. See, I'm alone in hill, so I'm having a little crisis. I'm like, do I push out? Do I hold time? And then I see my teammates spawn in construction. So I'm like, all right, we have spawns. Maybe there's one guy in between us, but I know he can probably get my trade. And that's like a trusting teammates thing. I know he'll get my trade, and we'll get the dub. As we end up doing, put him in the 30-point club. I think they had a few people leave the game, so not entirely their fault, but get a nice game out of myself. I think I go 17-8. We'll see in a second, or 17-5, something kind of crazy. But then again, my teammates really showed up. Look at that. My bro Oak, 20-5. Ricky is random, 14-6. Like, we all went off here. So that's going to be it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoy the series VOD review. We're going to bring a few more of these as I get some more good or bad. I mean, reviewing your bad VODs is a great way to get better. So I may just post me getting smoked 9-40, and we can talk about what went wrong and how we can fix it to do better in the next one. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until next time, peace.